Your dog's survival instinct drives them to hide any signs of discomfort. Even if they are experiencing strong pain, they may be hiding it to appear strong, and we may have no idea they are actually suffering on a daily basis. So watch out for these 9 crucial clues to get your dog the help they need in time. Before we dive in though, be sure to subscribe to our channel and join our doggy-loving community. Number 9. If you notice your dog favoring one leg over the other, or maybe they're not strutting with their usual swagger, check their paws one by one. They might have cut their skin on something sharp, or have some prickly object stuck between their toes. But that's not the only posture change worth your attention. We know that dogs have been known to stretch after a long lie down, or when gearing up for a walk or play. A trickier case is when your pooch keeps pulling yoga moves out of the blue, showing no signs of excitement. The thing is, dogs with tummy or joint issues might develop a habit of stretching in odd positions to try and relieve abdominal pain. Because the thing is, dogs can't exactly tell us when something's off, so our furry friends use the only avenue open to them: body language. Unless that is, if they go the opposite route and hide their pain, playing it cool like nothing's wrong. So here's number 8. Dogs are pack animals by nature, thriving in the company of their human families and four-legged pals. So, when your dog, who's normally glued to your side, starts seeking solitude, it could be their way of saying, "I'm not okay." In the wild, showing weakness could make them a target, so it's in their DNA to find a quiet spot away from prying eyes. Researchers at the University of Lincoln discovered that this behavior is deeply ingrained in their genetic blueprint. After studying over 200 canines, they found that when a dog is experiencing discomfort, the thing they most often do is seek isolation. Number 7. Imagine you had a sore shoulder and someone gave you a slap on the back. Your reaction won't be so friendly, right? Well, dogs are no different. They can't exactly say, "Please don't touch me there," so they use growls and body language instead. Researchers at the University of Lincoln found that dogs in pain are more likely to display aggression. So if your usually cuddly furble suddenly turns into a grouch, it might be their way of saying, "Ouch, that hurts." And has your dog ever growled during a belly rub? If it's not them being moody, they could be dealing with a swollen belly, something as simple as gas or as serious as pancreatitis. And there's a twist. While you might think aggression is a clear signal, some dogs go the opposite route and become more clingy. So if your independent pooch suddenly can't bear to let you out of sight, it's worth a second look. Number 6. Have you ever noticed your dog obsessively licking a spot for no apparent reason? Dogs are notorious for their love of grooming, but when that casual lick turns obsessive, it's time to play detective. Is there a hidden wound? A sneaky splinter? Or perhaps it's those pesky fleas setting up camp. But here's where it gets really interesting. Dogs licking their wounds is actually a form of self-healing, as their saliva contains proteins that can fend off bacteria. Then again, ever heard of acrylic dermatitis? It's a condition where dogs lick a single spot so much, they actually create a wound. Let's dive into another sign your dog might be in pain. Number 5. Let's face it, our pooches are not very discerning when it comes to food. They treat gourmet kibble and last week's leftovers with the same enthusiasm. So if your canine buddy starts skipping meals for over 24 hours or eats like a bird for a couple of days, that's not something to treat lightly. They might have eaten something that made their tummy upset or have an obstruction in the digestive tract. Some human foods like chocolate, grapes, onions, and avocado are toxic to dogs, and if consumed in large quantities, may cause vomiting and diarrhea. But what if your dog has been eating healthy? A study from the University of Veterinary Medicine in Vienna found that dogs experience a loss of appetite due to various health issues, from infection, parasites, diabetes, to even cancer. And if you notice your dog's waistline shrinking despite a normal diet, it might signal allergies or kidney disease. Or the secret might not lie in the tummy at all. Number 4. Normally, a dog's gums are this healthy pink color. Certain breeds may have a bit of black mixed in there, but when the gums start reddening, especially right above their teeth, this could be your first clue to dental distress. In fact, research shows that by the age of 3, most dogs have some evidence of periodontal disease. But it's not just about the gum color. If you're noticing a bit of a crimson when they chew, or if their breath could knock you out from a mile away, and I'm not talking about the usual dog breath, you might be dealing with kidney issues. While you're inspecting their mouth, don't stop at the gums. Cast a glance at their nose and eyes too. Number 3. Ever noticed your furry friend's nose feeling a bit more like a desert than its usual damp self? This one is easy to miss, because for us humans, a dry nose is a healthy nose, but it's exactly the opposite for dogs. A wet nose is key for enhancing your dog's already impressive sense of smell. It's like a built-in scent amplifier, helping them capture even the faintest odors on the breeze. So a persistently dry nose is not something natural and might point to dehydration or even infection. Moving on to something you might not expect to be a warning sign. Number 2. Like in human eyes, dogs' pupils and irises are usually visible. They grow and shrink in reaction to light and excitement, which is normal for them. The trouble is, if your doggo's pupils have been saucer-sized for a long time without a change in lighting or any obvious stressors. When dogs experience pain, their bodies, much like ours, kick into fight or flight mode, releasing adrenaline that causes pupils to dilate. Researchers at the University of Cambridge conducted a study where they observed the eye reactions of dogs in different states of health. What they found was eye-opening, literally. Dogs in discomfort had significantly larger pupils compared to their pain-free counterparts. By the way, if you ever noticed your dog's eyes glowing, that's thanks to a special layer called the tapetum lucidum, allowing them to see better in the dark. It's a nighttime glow, not any sign of an issue. Last but not least, dogs are creatures of habit, and if you notice any sudden changes in behavior for seemingly no reason, it's a sign that they are not feeling well. Number 1. Imagine your dog as a furry battery. Normally, they're fully charged, ready to zoom from sunrise to sunset, but what happens when that energy just fizzles out? It's not always just the toll of age. Dogs, much like us, have adrenaline pumping during play and excitement, but when pain enters the picture, the body switches gears, conserving energy to manage discomfort. It could be anything from a sneaky infection to joint issues like arthritis, especially if they're doing the morning stretch more like a morning struggle. And just like humans, dogs can suffer from spinal cord diseases too. Researchers have found that conditions like intervertebral disc disease can turn your dog's energy dial way down. Paying attention to any changes in your doggo and regular vet checkups are the best way to catch these markers early and help your beloved companion enjoy their life to the fullest. We love our furry friends, but sometimes, without realizing it, we might be doing things that rub them the wrong way. What we perceive as affectionate behavior can sometimes be uncomfortable or even distressing for our dogs. So check out this video, where we are exploring 8 common human behaviors that our dogs secretly hate. And be sure to subscribe to our channel and join our doggy-loving community.